Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging, oh Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging, not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and dear.
Hey everybody, Johnny Applewood here, and I'm excited and eager for what you're about to hear now. I'm with Mr. Don Hilliker, and we're on Blue Hill. Now Blue Hill is a big, huge Christmas tree farm, and Mr. Don Hilliker, well, he's the proprietor of Blue Hill Christmas Tree Farm, 35 miles from Lake Erie. Now let's welcome Don Hilliker here. Thank you for being here, Don. And we're going to talk about Christmas trees, Christmas tree farms, and we're going to go into Don's heart and hear what he has to say. So over the last half century, you've been supplying America with Christmas trees from Blue Hill, your Christmas tree farm just outside of Buffalo, New York. For the last 50 years, you've been supplying thousands and tens of thousands of Christmas trees. What's it like knowing that when people get together over Christmas time, your tree is a meaningful thing in the house at that time of year?
A joy.
Yeah.
It's a joy.
What's it like knowing that you bring that tree to thousands and thousands of people and generations, and
Well,
the meaning of Christmas is gathered?
A lot of people come back to me and they said, gee, our tree was beautiful. I never knew there was an Arizona fir, but you're growing them. And now we're pollinating trees up on Blue Hill. We see a lot of change in the world we're in today. It's an environmental thing, and Mother Nature adapts our trees to Blue Hill up there. We're up about 2,500 feet. Springville nearby got its name because the springs came out of the hillside, and it provided good soil moisture most of the year. In 1922, the temperature in Delevan hit 50 below zero. And this was a real indicator that the trees and the plants out in our southern tier could survive even the worst of the winters. It's not unusual to get 3 or 4 or 5 foot of snow up there. And so we've really tested many trees over the years. We know that they're survivors, and we know that other growers can buy plants that we grow now, and maybe they will bring a lot of joy and comfort and fun for kids to go out and cut their own.
What do you have there? You got some basics of growing Christmas trees. You have a book you wrote. What is inside the book? What can it tell me?
Well, it's the 4 books are in the Library of Congress, all together with my wife typing before the computer. We had about 1,000 pages of plants and trees and how to dig them and how to culture them and shape them and all the things that go with producing a beautiful Christmas tree. I never thought of our activity as being high-tech, but there are many things you need to learn about it. And probably my biggest helper over the years was Mother Nature herself. Many people spend many years trying to change Mother Nature, but we found out we could live with it better than changing it. So once we know more about Mother Nature, the climate and the seasons and how much daylight, what temperatures the trees like and how they survive, and
All right, so when people have a Christmas tree at home, what's the proper way of taking care of that Christmas tree so it lasts longer?
Well, it goes into a tree stand that has a bowl of some sort and plenty of water. A tree in the first 2 days will take up a gallon of water.
Wow.
A 6 foot, 7 foot tree. The tree just loves to have water coming up and keeping it fresh. And that keeps the needles on the tree. And it also makes it a safe tree. We know artificial trees will burn more than a fresh tree from the farm. We have a very safe product to begin with.
What are the best smelling Christmas trees?
Generally 2 of them from the west. High elevation mountain trees, a grand fir. We get our plants and seed. We import seed from around the world for that matter, but it comes from Idaho. They found out the trees growing there were adaptable to our climate. And concolor fir or white fir. Once in a while somebody over at the lumber yard will see the name white fir on a 2x4. It's a very great timber tree out in the west. But the fragrance of it, it smells like citrus.
Wow.
And what you can do when you get it in the house is scratch that twig or bark or needles a little bit every other day, and that smell keeps coming out in the house. A grand fir has blisters on the trunk. You can puncture a blister and that sap smell comes out. It'll stay in your house all season long. And usually you could keep a tree up 6, 7, maybe even 8 weeks. I've had people tell me their balsam fir was up till January, February, March. Oh, my kid's coming home from school. My son's coming from the military. We want our same tree there in the house. And April 1st sometimes with an Arizona fir, it still looks fresh. People are welcome to Blue Hill. They come out and visit. We have over almost 2 miles of roadway. We had the old one-room schoolhouse up there years ago.
So when people are visiting Niagara Falls, they should come to Blue Hill.
They could do that, yes.
Another facet of nature, if you will.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
Western New York is wonderful with Letchworth and Ellicottville.
Are you on the internet? You have a website?
We do the Arboretum on the Blue Hill.
Arboretum on the Blue Hill.
.org, O-R-G.
.org. And if we just Google search Blue Hill, pine trees, Don Hilliker.
Basics of growing Christmas trees.
Basics of growing Christmas trees. Okay, and when we're visiting Blue Hill, what can we see there?
Well, wide open country. 335 acres of rolling hills, trees, Christmas trees everywhere.
Trails.
We have a stagecoach trail that went across the land, a one-room schoolhouse. We have a wishing well now, and we're going to be having the kids pan for gold.
Wow. Is there gold in those hills?
Yes, there is. Not a lot of it.
So the stagecoach used to come through Blue Hill?
Came from a couple directions. I think part of it were people moving along the Erie Canal.
Don, I heard there's a stagecoach that got robbed. What can you tell me about that?
The stage got down to Olean and the money was gone.
Really? A stagecoach was robbed?
Yep.
And that's in, we're down the hill from Blue Hill?
Just a little west of Delevan.
How many years ago was that?
We figure it was back in about 1890.
So there's some amazing history. How do you get to Blue Hill from Buffalo, New York?
People from Buffalo would go out to Springville, take Route 39 down a couple miles east and cross into Cattaraugus County. If you're coming from the east towns and all the way out even to Warsaw and that. You'd come in maybe on Route 39 to Route 16. Route 16 goes all the way down to Olean and to the Pennsylvania border. And they just come to Delevan and take a turn and come out 3 or 4 miles, and they'll see a sign that says Arboretum on Blue Hill.
When summer's here, but also when it's cold and dear. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when...
Sing along with me. Let's put the words on the screen so you can sing along. Let's do it. Come on, everybody.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and dear. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and dear. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging.
Be faithful to your Christmas tree and keep it watered, okay? Everybody likes to have those needles stay on as long as you can. Hey, a Christmas tree, some pine trees' needles get up to a whopping 16 inches, huh?
Not only green when summer's here, but also when it's cold and dear. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, what faithful leaves unchanging.
This is Johnny Applewood here. Have a great day every day.